Hello, welcome to What If Eren Was Reborn with All His Memories Part 2. Last time we left off after the members of the 104th Cadet Corps graduate. With everyone caught up, let's begin. A few days before they decide which regiment to join, while on the wall, the colossal titan appears, kicking the gate in, then knocking the cannons of the wall, blowing every one of the walls. Not scared a single bit, Eren yells that this is their chance to take down the colossal, telling them to trust him as he attempts to slice the colossal titan's nape, however as predicted. Just before he made contact, the colossal titan vanished. Knowing that Bertholdt was right below him, Eren dived off the wall, transforming into a titan, grabbing Bertholdt, eating his spine, inheriting the power of the colossal titan. Preparing to seal the wall, however he noticed that everyone was starting to climb the wall again, so de-transforms, pulling Bertholdt's lifeless body up the wall. He is then questioned whether he managed to get the colossal titan, with Eren explaining how he managed to kill him. However, when he sliced the nape, Bertholdt's lifeless body fell out, suggesting that he was the colossal titan. Shocked, everyone denies it. But Eren stays firm in his beliefs to the point they start to also believe him. A high-ranking soldier arrives soon after, questioning whether they killed the colossal titan, telling them to return to HQ with any and all information. After briefing, everyone is split up into teams, with Eren and Mikasa being sent to the elite squad straight out of training due to their talents. However, Eren manages to slip away, telling Mikasa to take care of the elite squad while he protects their friends. Mikasa tries to argue, however is forced to drop the matter to kill a titan threatening the evacuation. Eren arrives just in time to decapitate the titan who tried to eat Thomas, saving him, taking command, protecting all their friends, telling them to move towards the breach as he has a plan to seal it. When they arrive, Eren tells them to trust him, transforming into his attack titan, using titan hardening to seal the breach. All of the members present instantly recognize Eren as the abnormal titan that protected them from the bandits, so despite being confused and scared, trusted Eren enough not to perceive him as a threat. Eren then tells them that they should probably return to refill on gas so they can finish off the titans and get to safety. While on the way, they merge with multiple other groups including Mikasa, with Eren and Mikasa protecting them until they reach HQ, which was overrun with titans. Eren then tells them to enter HQ and refill while he takes care of the titans, biting his hand, transforming into his attack titan, hardening his skin to create brass knuckles, killing swarms of titans, shocking those who joined the squad late. However, those who had already witnessed his transformation managed to convince the others to follow his lead, managing to refill and cross the wall, while Eren finishes of the rest of the titans inside the walls. Also, because Bertholdt is dead, Reina wouldn't be talking to him, so they would have no reason to kill Marco, so he gets to survive and join the MPs. After crossing the wall, Reina asks Eren if he had seen Bertholdt anywhere. However, Eren tells him that he killed him, because to his shock, Bertholdt was the colossal titan. Pretending to be shocked about Bertholdt being the colossal titan mixed with Reina's split personality, Reina was in denial, saying Bertholdt isn't the colossal, he is a soldier, and his friend. Until he is dragged away by Annie. Before everyone could start questioning Eren, he is surrounded by soldiers, pointing their blades and rifles at him, ordering him to surrender and put his hands behind his back so they could shackle him. Despite knowing they were no threat to him, Eren follows the orders, telling his friends that he will be okay so they shouldn't worry about him. He is then brought before the highest-ranking member of the military present, captain of the garrison regiment Ian Dorii, where an emergency court-martial is held. Hearing about the court-martial, Annie, Reina, Armin, Historia, and Mikasa use their ODM gear to land on a roof nearby. Eren is then asked if he is Titan or human, with Eren yelling he is human, a subject of Yama just like them. A sigh is heard in the direction of the garrison captain as he says, "So you say, whatever that is, forgive me, when push comes to shove all of us are monsters. While raising his arm to signal a cannon barrage on Eren's location. Seeing this, Historia plans to dive down and pull Eren out of the way using her ODM gear, but was too late as the first cannon had already fired. Launching a cannonball at high velocity towards the duo, Saiyan instinctually hugs Historia, transforming into his attack titan, using a cut he made before being chained. Tanking the cannon shot, regenerating the damage. Eren then semi-detaches from the nape and asks Historia, who was shielded by his titan's arms, if she is all right, then telling her get out of here before they shoot again. Also asking her to tell Mikasa not to do something stupid. Eren then, while still in his titan form, asks the scared soldiers to calm down and to possibly put him on trial instead of shooting him. However, his pleas are not heard as the captain orders for all cannons to fire. However, he is stopped by the arrival of Pixis, asking the captain if he can't see he hasn't done anything. If he really was a threat, he would have run away by now or worse killed you all. He then says that he really need to work on your nervous disposition, Captain. Knowing he could trust Pixis, Eren exited his titan form, thanking him for stopping the assault. Seeing Eren as not a threat, Pixis decides to go on a walk with Eren, asking him about his titan abilities, also asking him if he was the one that sealed the breach like the reports described. Eren confirms the reports, telling him the basics of his titan transformations, however telling him that more will be explained at the trial. He is then locked up underground for the next few days, where he works out to try get his Season 4 build early. As expected, he is eventually allowed to talk to the scouts, telling them everything about the outside world and his titan abilities, however not mentioning his future memories or the founding titan. Telling them that there is proof in the basement at his house in Shiganshina. He is then blindfolded escorted to a courthouse where his trial is to be held, with some of the highest-ranking military officials present, members of the Wall cult, prosperous merchants, and some of Eren's friends who witnessed the transformation such as Mikasa, Armin, and Historia. The trial begins with the garrison and military police explaining their plans with Eren, stating that they will dissect him and once they learn all they can from him, they will make him a fallen soldier of humanity. The MPs then proceed to explain their evidence to back their decision, telling the court the result of an investigation they conducted. Let it be known that at the tender age of 9, Cadet Eren Yeager and Mikasa Ackerman dealt with 3 adult kidnappers, by stabbing all of them to death. Granted, this was done in self-defense. But one cannot help but question the violent nature of the act. The Premier then asks who this Mikasa is, with her lifting her hand then asking her if this is true, to which Mikasa agrees. The Premier then asks the MPs if they have any more evidence, with them revealing that while being a new cadet, according to the official report for a training mission the 104th Cadet Corps took part in, the Cadet Corps was split into 2 groups. And the group with Eren Yeager was attacked by bandits while they were sleeping. And apparently a titan fitting the description of Cadet Eren Yeager's titan, killed all the bandits, saving them. Once again, this was an act of self-defense, but you cannot ignore the brutality of Eren's actions. The Premier then asks Krista, who was mentioned in the reports, if that's all true. To which Krista stated, that it may be true that Eren killed the bandits, but he only did that because he strongly believes that everyone is born free, and as he said at the time, if you are prepared to steal the freedom of others, then you should also be prepared to lose your own freedom, meaning you guys are not a threat. As you are not threatening freedom, so you can trust him. Premier Darius Zackley then says he will take that into account when coming to a conclusion, asking the scouts what they plan to do with Eren. However, before they could speak, one of the greedy merchants yelled that if she is defending him like that, maybe she is also one of them, she should probably get dissected as well. To which many of the other officials present agree to. Enraged, Eren remembers that last time they said the same thing about Mikasa. screaming that she is innocent and calling them all cowards who have never seen a Titan in their whole lives, so why are they scared? He then tells them that there is no sense in having power and refusing to use it, so if they are too scared, they should put all their faith in him. Hearing this, the soldiers are ordered to take aim, and as expected, Eren is kicked in the face by Levi, knocking out a tooth. He is then repeatedly kneed in the face and chest, forcing him to spit out blood and fall to the ground. Nildoc then tells Levi to stop as he might get angry and turn into a Titan. But Levi doesn't care and continues to kick Eren, saying, "Don't be silly, you guys just want to dissect him." Telling them that they are ill-equipped to take care of Eren's Titan form, as before detransforming Eren managed to kill all the Titans still in the walls, which makes him all the more dangerous. However, he is still capable of taking him out. Erwin then explaining that if they get custody of Eren, they will test the capacity of his abilities, observing him under supervision, and take him on an expedition beyond the walls, where Eren's true value to humanity can be tested. After careful consideration, Eren is placed under the custody of the scouts and is to be supervised by Levi at all times. After the trial, Eren is taken to a room to get his wounds cleaned. However, before they could, all his wounds had already healed, much to Section Commander Hanji's delight. Eren is then taken to the scout's base, having to clean it due to it not being used for quite a while. On the second day, Hanji began experimenting with Eren's Titan abilities, placing him in a well and telling him to transform, and unlike the usual timeline, Eren succeeds as he knows he requires a clear goal and an injury to transform. They then test his hardening abilities, with Eren explaining how it is very draining, so he usually uses it to make brass knuckles or harden vital areas like his nape. However, he is capable of creating structures and hardening his whole body, but the structures made are hard to control the shape of, demonstrating it by making a caged dome around his hardened body. Despite how much they tried to destroy it, they couldn't. They then test how many transformations he can do, and his rate of regeneration in Titan form and out. Hanji then asks Eren if he has any other abilities, however Eren tells her that he is too drained to demonstrate, so they will have to try another day. The next day, Eren explains that when a Titan shifter consumes the spinal fluid of another Titan shifter, they inherit their Titan. Hanji then puts 2 and 2 together, asking Eren if that is why the man inside the colossal Titan had his back removed, excitedly asking Eren if he can transform into a colossal Titan. With Eren confirming, asking her if she wants him to demonstrate, to which she agrees. Eren then tells the scouts to get 100 meters back at least, as the colossal Titan has the ability to create an explosion when transforming, with a varying radius depending on how much energy is combusted. After transforming, a giant smoke mushroom cloud could be seen, and despite being hundreds of meters away, they could still feel the air pressure coming from it. As they got closer, Hanji noticed that it was getting warmer. Eren then demonstrates the steam emission ability of the colossal Titan, until it was visible that flesh was being burnt to emit it, and he can't move while doing so. By the way, Eren's colossal Titan looks just like his one in the manga, with long black hair and green eyes. After Eren detransformed, Hanji asks Eren if he can do it multiple times, however Eren explains that the colossal Titan takes too much energy, so can only be used once a day. As per usual, Annie kills the 2 captured Titans Sawney and Bean, leading to a search of all cadets, however like usual it came out empty. By the end of the week, it was time for the cadets to choose which regiment to join. As per usual, Erwin gave his speech to recruit for the scouts and to place the bait to lure Annie and Reina in, telling them that they plan on going on an expedition beyond the walls to Shiganshina district to 1. Seal the breach with Eren's Titan, and 2. Information from Eren suggests that there is an important secret about the identity of the Titans in Eren's basement in Shiganshina. Then telling them that within the last 4 years they have seen losses in excess of 60%, that's a horrifying figure. So choosing to join the Scouts will automatically make you some of the bravest among your peers. However, we have also never had a Titan on our side either, so we should expect lower casualties. 1 week from now the Scouts will be testing the route to Shiganshina, and those among your rank may be expected to participate. Erwin then ends his speech telling those wanting to join the Scouts to remain here, and if not, you are dismissed. Because of the low casualties during the trust breach, more people that would have been dead in the original would join the Scouts, such as Thomas and Minor Carolina. When the new recruits arrive at HQ, Eren is shocked to see how many people were willing to join the Scouts, expecting to only see the same people as the original. Seeing all his friends, Eren runs over greeting them, asking them if they are sure they want to join the Scouts, as the next expedition may have a high casualty rate. However, his friends tell him they joined because they trust the hope he brings. When inside, for the next week, they are taught the basics of plan, which is simply to ride south from Wall Rose until they reach Shiganshina and to turn back if casualties are high. Okay guys, this is the end of the second part. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing. With that out the way, this is Demonic Saiyan saying bye.